Hey everyone, this is Rose, and today I'm going to do the My First Time tag. This is a great way for you guys to get to know a little bit more about me for normal questions I normally haven't talked about on this channel. So the first question on the My First Time tag is the first tweet I ever did, and I said on May 9th, 2009, I broke down and finally got a Twitter. Oh my god, here comes another addiction. My first YouTube video was posted on a different channel, but it was a promises to myself, and it was a time that I was getting over being very suicidal, and I needed to make promises to myself in order to get through, which I'm actually going to post that on this channel in the future. The first person I subscribed to on YouTube, I'm not exactly sure, but I believe it was the Beaver Bunch, and they still are making videos today, and that's more like well, I wouldn't even say it was just that, because you don't have to just be gay or lesbian or questioning to watch their videos, but that's why I personally subscribe to them, because I was facing a lot of things with my sexuality. My first Facebook profile picture was of two lesbian Barbies grinding. I was actually really young when I joined Facebook, and I joined Facebook before Facebook was popular. And Facebook it has totally changed, and in a way I like it for the better now. And now I don't post any more pictures of lesbians grinding on Facebook. Do I still talk to my first love? We keep in contact through Facebook, but overall we barely talk, and they just never decide to answer my calls or texts. So we just don't really talk. It's just really kind of awkward, but they're there when I really need them, and there's nobody else to talk to. What was my first job? Well, I worked basically my entire life. My first real tax-deductible job was in retail, but I worked helping my mom with her cleaning business. I babysat, I nannied, and I did everything, and I volunteered a lot. My first car hasn't existed yet. Car hasn't really been important to me for this point in my life, and now because of my health, I can't drive. The first person to text me today, no one, because no one loves me. I'm normally the person who texts people, and nobody really texts me. The first person I thought of today was my husband, as I opened my eyes, and there he was laying right next to me. My first grade teacher, it was supposed to be Miss Gonota, because I was in kindergarten, I was in a first and kindergarten class combined with for gifted people. But then she quit. So then I went to a regular first grade, and then it was Miss Lee, and she was really mean. So I'm glad I got past that experience. My first ride on an airplane, I went to Virginia. Who was my first best friend? My first best friend was a girl named Katie, and yes, we do talk, but very rarely. We're not really friends anymore. We're just kind of acquaintances. We had fun in our life, and they're still kind of there to see everything we go through, but not really best friends. The first sleepover I ever went to was my friend Katie's house as well. The first thing I did this morning was I got up to go pee. My first concert also hasn't came into existence yet. I never went to a concert yet. If I went to any type of thing that was like a concert, it would be something like a live concert in a bar or a club or something like that. But I have never went to a concert yet. My first broken bone. I have never broke a bone in my life. Let's knock on wood. But I have a bunch of back issues and misplaced disc and torn disc and I said that already, bulging disc. So my back's broken, but I haven't ever broken a bone. My first piercing was on my ears when I was 11. And then for a while I went really crazy with piercings, and I got all kinds of things pierced, which now I only have one piercing, and that's my upper ear. I have my ears still pierced, but I just have a lot of ear sensitivity now, so I don't really wear earrings anymore. Okay. My first detention, I never got one. I was a teacher's pet and a good kid, and then I was only in school until 6th grade, and then I became homeschooled due to bullying. My first official roommate, besides wild teenage issues living at friend's house, you know how that goes. When you're a teenager, you sleep over at your friend's house a bunch of times, or you date people that your parents don't know, and then you kind of live with them, and they don't even know. But I mean, my first official roommate that was open and everybody knew about was my husband and two other couples living in the house, and it didn't really turn out well. The first sport I was ever involved with was either swimming or dancing. I volunteered for Special Olympics swimming, and I taught people with special needs and disabilities how to swim. But then I was also really big into dance, but I'm not sure which one came first. The first thing I do when I get home is I search the house for robbers. We live in a condo, and I guess I have a little bit of paranoia, and I go through the house a couple times, and I check every little nook and cranny just to see if somebody's in the house hiding. And then I crawl into my sheets, and then I'm like, okay, goodbye world. And that is it for the my first time tag. There's some other questions on different kind of tags, which I guess I'll find out, and maybe I'll do them again in the future. Comment down below to let me know if you like these types of videos. I plan to do more tag videos, even though I'm not being tagged, just so you guys can get to know me, and it will just be a fun thing. And I might do challenges too. I'm not sure yet. Alright, well that is it, and this is Rose coming to you from the power of YouTube, and I hope you guys have a great day.